Alright, we've got that off. I went ahead and made a couple slices and put our 2 Zeus's in there so our body's firm back up on this side. As you can see, we pulled that down around that shield a little bit, but now we want to work it a little bit more. All this stuff likes heat. I would recommend, as a novice, just a hairdryer or a heat gun if you've got it. You want to warm that up and get it kind of soft and pliable, and then we're going to just kind of use our thumb and the felt squeegee, and we're going to pull that down so that's real nice and tight up against that Zeus fastener panel there. So I'm going to be using a torch. You can use a torch, but I'll warn you, you need to be pretty cautious. It gets pretty hot pretty quick, so you don't want to burn a hole in anything. But I'm going to warm that up. Again, for you, I recommend using a hairdryer or a heat gun. Just get it nice and soft, and then we can kind of press it down on that Zeus fastener. If you are using a torch, you don't want to hold it in a spot very long. You want to kind of keep moving it around. I like to use my thumb, the felt squeegee. As you can see, we're pulling that down real nice and tight right onto that panel, so it's got a nice clean look. And when you do that, that just keeps it from being a source that could be a fail spot. I've had some people ask me about doing the top of Zeus's themselves, the actual button. Not only I don't recommend it because you're going to be using the tool constantly and get it in and out, but it's actually against the rules on NHRA. They want those to be a bright color. That way if they come off and they're on the track surface somewhere, they're a little easier to see. In the years past, people used to paint them and everything else, and you'd have black Zeus's out there. And one of those things can cut a tire pretty quick. As you can see, we got that pulled down real nice and tight, so it's got a real clean look. As we're doing in this channel here, though, this is a great time while I got you zoomed in here. This thing is pliable, so if we need to pop it back up, if you've got a big air bubble, or say you spanned across that instead of feeding it down in, now's the time. You can get it popped back up. I try to give everybody enough material down here on the bottom so you've got enough material to pull it back down underneath. We're going to have a lot of excess, but once that's done, we'll get underneath the car and we'll trim it down there. Ideally, you want to feed it down into that channel so it doesn't want to pop back up. Once we're done, we'll heat this back up, and then we're going to really give it a tuck and pull it back down underneath there and get it tightened all up real tight. I may do some trimming here just so I don't have quite so much material to be pulling down, but you want to leave enough that you got plenty to pull down, and then we'll trim after the fact.